Today we're jumping into a really interesting space where this grand adventure kind of meets the power of music.
Yeah, it's a cool intersection. We've got this source material about a music video.
Right, for Justin Neway's song Remember to Dream.
And what's really special is that the video is actually a tribute.
A tribute to a real ongoing journey, the Next Meridian Expedition.
Exactly. It makes you think, how someone's actual life becomes the core of someone else's art. It's not your standard music video plot.
Definitely not. So, okay, this Next Meridian Expedition, let's paint the picture.
Okay.
Back in 2022, you have these two young people, Nick and Mathilde.
And they did something pretty radical.
Totally. Sold everything, basically.
Wow.
To head out on this massive overland trip in their 4x4 Land Rover Defender, multi-year, multi-continent.
And the goal is huge. All 7 continents, was it?
7 continents, 88 countries, and they're deliberately trying to get off the beaten path.
Yeah, the sheer boldness of that decision is striking. It's more than just travel, isn't it?
Oh, for sure.
It's like a whole life reevaluation. Committing to learning through experience. Big time. What kind of drive does that take?
That's a really good question. What makes someone do that? And that brings Justin Neway into the picture.
Singer-songwriter.
Yeah. He saw some of their footage from the expedition.
And it must have really hit him.
Clearly. He was so moved by their ambition, the scale of it all.
That he decided to make the video.
Exactly. For his song Remember to Dream, using their actual clips, he felt it was a unique way to sort of mark this huge milestone for them, finishing the first big leg of their trip.
It's almost like artistic documentation then.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
He's preserving a piece of their adventure through his music, giving us another way to see what they accomplished. I wonder what that adds for Nick and Mathilde themselves.
That's interesting. Maybe a sense that their personal story is connecting with others.
Could be.
And what a first leg it was. This initial part took 2 years.
2 years on the road.
And covered, get this, 82,000 kilometers.
Whoa, 82,000. That's hard to even picture.
Right. Across Europe, North and South America, and even Antarctica.
Antarctica, too. Incredible.
And the music video apparently really captures the highlights of that whole massive undertaking.
That distance alone. It implies so much daily effort, so many challenges overcome, logistics, personal stuff.
Oh, you can only imagine. Breakdowns, borders, different cultures.
Yeah, the video must be a really potent summary of all that sustained effort.
So our mission today for you, the listener, is to sort of unpack this.
Okay.
How this video and the expedition behind it can give us some insights.
Into what, specifically?
Well, firstly, into pursuing those big life dreams.
Right.
Secondly, the power of visual storytelling, especially mixed with music.
Makes sense.
And finally, that connection between, art and real life adventure.
Yeah, how they feed off each other.
So let's start by looking closer at the music video itself.
Okay. This mix of personal dreams, real footage, and music. It's a rich area. How do they all work together?
Right. So the video itself, it's described as weaving together the actual footage from Nick and Mathilde.
Not actors.
No, the real deal. And apparently, it's cleverly sequenced to match the lyrics of Remember to Dream.
Ah, okay. So there's an intentionality there.
Yeah, it seems the goal isn't just look at these cool travel shots. It's trying to spark deeper thoughts about life, maybe inspire people.
That matching of visuals to lyrics is key, isn't it? A good video does that well, creates an emotional link.
Totally.
And using real footage, that must add something powerful compared to, say, actors on a set.
I think it adds authenticity, right? Makes the whole dreaming theme feel more grounded, more possible, maybe.
Yeah.
And it kicks off big. The opening is apparently a depiction of Earth's fiery birth.
Wow, okay, setting a grand stage from the get-go.
Yeah, it makes you think about the planet, the scale of everything, and then, by extension, the scale of what Nick and Mathilde are doing.
That's a powerful framing device. Puts their personal journey into this huge cosmic story. Exploration, change. How does that opening maybe color how we see their more personal moments later?
That's a good point. Then the first chorus hits.
Okay.
And the video shows them reaching these really key geographical points, like visual signposts of their progress.
Makes sense. Like where?
We see North Cape, Norway, mainland Europe's northern tip.
Right.
Then Cape Gaspé in Quebec, eastern Canada.
Okay.
Then Dead Horse, Alaska, the top of the Pan American Highway.
These are major milestones, not just random spots. Reaching them takes real effort. What does showing these specific places tell us?
I think it underlines the ambition, the sheer geographical range.
Absolutely.
Then it shows the Caribbean Sea near the Darien Gap.
Ah, that notorious roadless section connecting the Americas.
Exactly. Then Punta Gallinas in Colombia, northernmost South America.
Okay.
And then there's footage from the summit of Huayna Potosi in Bolivia, high altitude stuff.
Wow. So mountains too.
And finally, Antarctica, the bottom of the world.
The variety of environments just in that list, Arctic, tropics, high mountains, it really highlights their adaptability, their resilience.
Wow. Yeah.
What kind of mental strength do you need for that constant change and challenge?
It must be immense. And teamwork, surely. Okay, so let's talk about the song itself, Remember to Dream.
Right.
Apparently, it's Justin Neway's most popular track from his album, Take the Road.
Take the road. I mean, the title itself feels fitting, doesn't it?
It really does. And the lyrics are described as, heartfelt. They resonate with people who have dreams.
Okay. So what makes it resonate? What's in the song, lyrically or musically?
Well, the themes seem to be about embracing your ambitions, believing in your aspirations.
That core idea of dreaming big.
Exactly. The lyrics are meant to be evocative, kind of push listeners to chase their passions.
Mm-hmm.
And there are specific lines that connect directly to the visuals, like remember the opening shot, Earth's fiery birth.
Yeah.
The first line of the song is apparently,
very long ago, the light descended from a star, and the seven seas had moved the beaches where they are. But you and I have walked this planet just a day. Do you think we're intended to stay?
oh, wow, yeah.
That's a pretty profound way to start a song about dreaming.
It is, isn't it? It puts things in perspective, this vastness of cosmic time against the brevity of our own lives.
Right, and that makes you think about what really matters in the short time we have.
Absolutely. It challenges us to really think about how we spend our time and what dreams we choose to pursue.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a powerful connection right there.
Isn't it?
That pairing lifts it. It's not just travel footage with background music. It's giving it a narrative, a philosophical layer almost.
Mm-hmm.
How does that deepen the experience for someone watching?
I think it makes it much richer, more meaningful.
And then in the second verse, there's that beautiful connection between nature and inner desire.
Oh, yeah.
The imagery of rain and a desert bloom. It's like finding hope in the most unexpected places.
It's such a powerful metaphor for resilience. Even in seemingly barren circumstances, there's still potential for life and growth, and that speaks to our enduring capacity for hope.
Transformation. Finding beauty even when it's tough. Kind of mirrors the act of taking on a huge journey like theirs with all the unknowns.
Yeah, exactly. So who is Justin Neway, the artist?
Tell us a bit about him.
Born in South Africa, lived in France, Canada. Now he's in rural Colorado.
Okay.
And his music style is pretty distinct. He plays a left-handed nylon string acoustic guitar.
Left-handed nylon string.
Okay. With a unique picking style. And he mixes that with retro synths and orchestral sounds.
Interesting mix. Acoustic and electronic.
It's described as thoughtful, maybe a bit nostalgic. It seems to capture both intimacy and something grander.
Which kind of fits the theme, right? Personal journey against vast landscapes.
Exactly. His songs often explore those big life themes. Love, friendship, leadership, those really meaningful moments. And interestingly, he sometimes weaves ambient sounds into his music.
Oh, like field recordings?
Yeah, sounds from places that inspire him.
That really blurs the line then between the music and the real world inspiration.
Yeah.
Like the place itself becomes part of the song, adds authenticity.
Yeah. And influences. Think artists like Gordon Lightfoot, John Denver, James Taylor, the intricate harmonies of Simon and Garfunkel.
Right, those classic singer-songwriters who could really tell a story through their music. Strong melodies, meaningful lyrics, masters of connecting personally.
Right, so that gives you a feel for his style. Now, the connection. Why this song for this expedition?
Yeah, the core of it.
It seems Neway was just really struck by Nick and Mathilde, their wanderlust, their playfulness.
So not just the trip itself, but their spirit.
Yeah, but also their ambition, their tenacity, actually making this huge dream happen.
That mix of adventurous spirit and the practical grit to pull it off, that obviously resonated.
He felt he had to do something special, something unique to celebrate them finishing that first massive stage. He even said something about wanting to create something they might not think to do for themselves.
That's quite generous, isn't it? Using his own talent to spotlight their achievement just out of admiration. What does that kind of artistic nod give them, maybe, that their own vlogs don't?
Maybe a different lens, a more emotional, reflective take.
Could be.
And fundamentally, the themes in Remember to Dream, hope, aspiration, chasing dreams, They just lined up perfectly with the whole spirit of the Next Meridian Expedition.
Yeah, the synergy is clear.
It's like the song was tailor-made for this kind of adventure.
It really shows how art can mirror and even elevate real life, creating that strong connection.
So let's bring it back to the listener. What can you, listening now, take away from this?
What's the relevance?
Well, first off, the music video is just this amazing visual trip through stunning landscapes.
A condensed version of their 2 years.
Yeah, it connects that beauty of nature with our own inner desires to explore, to see more.
It's a reminder, isn't it, that our personal goals are often tied to the world out there. That human urge to discover, push boundaries. What hidden desires might watching something like this spark in someone?
And it's also just a really powerful reminder that, it's never too late to go after what you're passionate about.
Yeah. Nick and Mathilde took that massive leap.
And Neway was inspired by that leap. It's like a ripple effect of chasing dreams.
Their story kind of challenges the limits we put on ourselves, doesn't it? Suggests those big, scary goals are possible with enough courage and follow-through.
And it really highlights how powerful it can be to combine different media. Here, music and travel vlogs.
Right.
They create something together that's maybe more compelling than either one alone. The music adds that emotional depth to the visuals.
Yeah, that combination broadens the reach, makes the impact stronger. It pulls you in on different levels, a richer experience.
And finally, it's worth thinking about the ambition involved here, on both sides.
How so?
You've got Nick and Mathilde daring to reshape their lives for this journey.
Okay. Living the dream.
And then you have Justin Neway using his artistic talent to lift up their story, share that inspiration.
That's a great point. Ambition isn't just personal goals. It can be about celebrating others too, recognizing and sharing amazing achievements. It enriches everyone.
So wrapping up, let's just quickly recap.
Okay.
We looked at the Remember to Dream music video as this really creative, heartfelt tribute to the Next Meridian Expedition.
Right, how Justin Neway was inspired by Nick and Mathilde's commitment.
And used his music to celebrate that huge first leg of their journey.
A great example of art connecting with real-world adventure.
And immortalizing it, in a way.
And it all circles back to that basic human need to dream and to explore, whether it's continents or creativity.
So here's a final thought for you to mull over. Think about that synergy between dreaming and actually doing. Nick and Mathilde didn't just wish for a global trip. They planned, sacrificed, and went.
They took action.
And Justin Neway didn't just admire them, he acted too, using his art.
Right.
So what dreams are you holding on to? And what could be your unique way to bring them to life? Or maybe, how could you celebrate the journeys of others around you?
That's a good question to leave people with.
We have put links to the full music video and the Next Meridian Expedition's ongoing story in our show notes.
Definitely check those out. It's inspiring stuff.
We really encourage you to explore them.
Thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
Remember to dream.